size of the torque converter make?
The difference in diameter of the converter, what difference does it make? It makes a difference in as much as there's less capacity. It can't hold on to as much because it's smaller. I think that every manufacturer in the field has something new that they're coming up with. These are some of the things that we used to have to do ourselves years ago, back in the 50s when I first started out drag racing. The conditions I had to race under and the conditions you get to race under now are two different stories. The starting systems we had then were a flag. We never knew what a paved pit was for 10 years. It was really grim. I never knew what it was to win $20 until 1960. A four-speed dual quad positive 409. I got a fuel-injected engine sitting under my bed. Shut it off, buddy, now shut you down. You didn't really enjoy yourself. You really had to have it in your blood to go out there and do it.
Drag racing almost 20 years removed from the painful innocence of its childhood. Far from the street and into California's colossal Ontario Motor Speedway, everything has changed, but the sport itself, it remains a simple acceleration contest between two cars. Get to the end of the quarter-mile drag strip first, and you win. More than 450 entrants in 8 different classes of competition are here. The winners will split a total purse of $250,000.
It's just been phenomenal the way it has grown. I think most of it relates back to the manufacturers getting themselves involved. If somebody wasn't spending the money, we'd probably still be racing on the streets. As far as participation goes by the racers, it's invitation-only racing. So it'll be one of the most professional shows you'll see in drag racing. This is one to come and watch, one of the big ones.
Dozens of national record holders and national champions are competing. But every one must qualify for a place in the starting field based on elapsed time. When the racing starts, these are the only credentials that count.
117.05 Paul stop.
All right, here we go.
These are the top fuel dragsters, powered by 1,500 horsepower engines. They're lightweight spinners. They may cover this quarter mile in less than 7 seconds. These are blown and injected engines, running on a special blend of nitromethane and alcohol, mostly nitro. Moving towards the starting line, ladies and gentlemen, some 3,000 horsepower. About to be launched down the Ontario Motor Speedway quarter mile. Machines which have captured the imagination of race fans the country over.
The name Funny Car, we're all sure where that came from. The cars were quite funny looking. I think I was definitely the first person on the West Coast to drive one, and there was an awful lot of people driving cars that were similar to it, but they were not called funny cars. In 1965, we got the car into the 9-second bracket in over 140 miles an hour. That's, I believe, is how the funny car came about.
Coming up next will be Pro Stock. The Fords, the Chevrolets, the Plymouths, and the Dodges.
Landy's highly modified Dodge Challenger is a pro stock machine. Qualifying is a unique problem. He must cut his elapsed time for the quarter mile as low as possible by finding exactly the right combination of hundreds of factors in less than a minute of actual racing.
Our average at the big meets has been 990s. We're working very hard to find new combinations, get away from the old same rat race. We changed cams, exhaust, and intake manifolds all at once to try and gain another mile an hour.
You're showing up at a track you've never been to before in your life, and you're going to have about 4 runs to dial yourself into the track. You have to just do things in the dark, like feel around until you find the right combination.
Qualifying is over. Dick Landy will race for the money tomorrow from the 13th position in a starting field of 32 pro stockers. It's a disappointment, but a man who loves his work can keep it in perspective.
I'm very satisfied with what I'm doing, and I never look off the other side of the fence. I look off, but I never really say to myself, boy, I wish I was over there. I'm very, very happy with where I am.
On your back. Let's go. Get Buster. We're going slow. We haven't got communications with Dragster staging yet. Darwin?
Yeah.
2 minutes till. Got everybody alerted. We're going to fire.
All right.
208 contestants qualified for the Supernationals. Now the cash and prestige attached to winning Ontario Motor Speedway's inaugural drag race are on the line. The 104 race first round of competition drags on over 2 hazy hours. The drivers stand idle, wiping the smog from their cars, thinking, waiting.
For me, the first round is usually the one that gets rid of all the nervousness that comes about. And I think it comes about because of the long wait. Before the first round, you'll sit around for 4 hours. A lot of things build up in your mind. You try and keep active and not let them bother you. But after the first round, that's gone.
Moving out of the staging lane, pro stock machines. These are the best, the quickest that Detroit can build. Now, moving out onto the pad, ladies and gentlemen, the pro stockers of Dick Landy, Sherman Oaks, California, up against Jim Baker, Anaheim, California. Baker driving a Chevrolet, Landy a Dodge. Landy now moving away, he wins it. Landy going away. The funny cars of Gene Snow and John Decker. It's Gene Snow into an immediate lead. Snow charges to the mid-range and takes the race, going away.